to Waking Up with Waffles, the series where we get up super early in the morning and play video games. Today we are back in Helldivers because we are going to be having a huge update here soon. So it's time to start farming up and getting ready for the big update we are very excited for. We don't know a whole lot about it yet, but we do know that we're going to get on the 8th. They are going to announce they are going to announce the next war bond, and as a hint, they gave us a picture of a flag, and I hope this means that we get a flag to carry either in our hands or on our back. That would be really cool. So here's hoping that's what we get. We also are finally gonna see the Illuminate invasion, the full force of their invasion. So the rest of the Illuminate we've been waiting, what, like 5 months for now, 6 months. So we're very excited for those announcements. So we're gonna go back into the world of Helldivers today and start enjoying again for that. Oh, there's already enemies, so let's move a little bit. What are we looking at here? There's a base there, there's a base there. Alright, so we're a little surrounded here. Nothing we can't handle, but not the best landing we've ever done, that's for sure. Let's get that guy off our back to start with. Melt these guys down for scrap metal. Say goodnight. Okay. We have solved those problems. Now what's going on over here? Oh, there's a lot going on over here. Okay. And they're calling in reinforcements. This is a perfect thing to do. Elias, good morning. How's it going this morning? How are you doing? Okay, we need to take these guys down. And then hopefully we can be fast enough on the draw to destroy the tank. Very nice, we did it. Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. We're going hell diving today. This is Helldivers 2. Came out last year in February. Game of the year last year, in my opinion. Wonderful game. Very chaotic. Prathik Sandrail? Good morning. Hello. Hello. Good morning. Do I know Danganronpa? I do. I've heard of Danganronpa, but I've never actually played it. But I've heard people talk about it and said that it's very good. But I've never actually played the series myself. But I've heard great things about it. Alright, let's finish taking out this base. Let's take out these hulks. Alright, problems solved. You have a small gift? Let's hear it. It's Monday, it's the perfect day for gifts. Okay, I think... What is down there? That's just where we run away to. Okay, we've cleared that place, but let's actually go do some missions now, huh? What you got for me, Prathik? Are you playing co-op or single player? I dropped solo, so it's just me, but the other players are like actual players, so other people joined in, but I joined as a solo player, so I drop on all these completely solo. So hopefully my random allies are good, because we're gonna need help, because this is a level 10 super hell dive. Where am I from? I am from the Pacific Northwest. We are located in the wonderful Pacific Northwest. My absolute favorite. Prathik, thank you for the 20. Is that... I don't recognize that sign. Is that rupees? Or... That's not yen, right? That can't be yen. Maybe yen? I don't think that's yen. Thank you for that. That makes my morning. I appreciate that. And one of the things I just discovered we have out in Oregon, there's this place called, it's Miss Something's Petting Zoo, and they have capybaras, kangaroos, and snakes that you can pet. And I am gonna go there so that I can pet a capybara and take some photos. I'm very excited for that. You're from India? Awesome, thank you. I appreciate that. You've made my morning. I'm from the USA. I just stream really early in the morning. I stream at 5 a.m. Pacific time, 5 a.m. my time. So I get up really early in the morning, but what's really awesome about that is that means we get people from India and we get people from like Germany and from the Netherlands. So we get all sorts of people from all over the world, and it's really kind of cool. I will also, a little bit later in the stream, I'm going to be posting a bunch of photos because the state photo contest will be starting here soon, and every year I enter and every year I lose. This year I want to win, so I need help picking what 2 photos should I submit to the state fair to win. It's 5:03 for you, 5:03 in the morning or 5:03 at night? Because those are 2 very different things. 5:03 a.m. All right, you're in the same time zone as me then. You must be either in Seattle or maybe somewhere like Canada? All right, that problem is solved. Let's go solve this other problem over here. It's one of the strangest things. I never, at 5:30 p.m. where you at? Hello, Awazox. I never would have thought that streaming this early in the morning would have like its own niche, but it's one of those things I guess I didn't think about. Time zones are so wonky, so we get people from all over the world, and it's really cool. Please tell Trump to reduce tariffs by PS5s and customs waiting. I heard Xbox announced that they are actually raising the price of their Xboxes because of tariffs and everything. A 5-6 year old Xbox console, brand new, will now cost an extra like $200. Completely outrageous. But I'll tell you, I'm finally glad to see a lot of people are putting Trump on their naughty list, especially Catholics. But I'm really mad that he posted a picture of himself as Pope, and it was in very poor taste. But it's by far not like the worst thing he's done at all, right? So like, it frustrates me that a lot of Catholics are like, well, this is the worst thing he's ever done. Like, dude, he's elected people who are talking about making concentration camps and done all these other terrible things. You're telling me that posting a picture of himself as AI Pope, that's the worst thing he's done? Like, it's so frustrating that that's the final straw for some people. You're Muslim? Well, welcome in, G-Biker. Romans 10:12 states, for there is no distinction between Jew and Greek, for the same Lord is Lord of all, richly blesses all who call on him. It was. And then to make it worse, he posted a picture of himself with a Sith lightsaber yesterday and had a little AI video called Border Wars. Are you democratic? So I believe in democracy, so I definitely democratic in that way, but I am not a Democrat, so I'm not a part of like the left-leaning party, but I'm also not a part of the right-wing party here in the United States either. So I believe in democracy, but I don't believe in either of the sides that America has right now. So Donald Trump did that. Yeah, if you look at the official White House, like look at the official White House Twitter or Instagram, either one, and you'll see that there's a post of him being Pope, and there's a post of him holding a lightsaber with a bunch of eagles in the background, and then there's a 1-minute video of him serving in the border wars. It's real cringe. Like it is some of the, like, if it was a meme made by like a 12th grader, I would say, huh, that's pretty good. Like, that's pretty good put together. But the fact that it's the president of the United States, like, that, it makes it so cringe. We can barely afford food, let alone care about politics right now. Yeah, I am definitely worried about people being able to afford food. I've heard a lot of people talking about like the bare shelves are coming in the next few weeks, that we're gonna see completely empty shelves. I don't know if I believe it. It sounds kind of like, it sounds like people who are just, you know, stating things to try and get views and money from people. So I don't know if I necessarily believe it because I haven't seen it yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if it does happen, you know? Zhao is good as compared to Trump. I mean, if you're trying to compare against Trump, I would basically take any politician over Trump at this point, so it's not saying much. Oh, we couldn't get our healing off in time. Daily reminder, you are loved by God. Jeremiah 29:13 promises that when we seek God with all our hearts, they will find him. Thank you for that. We are a big fan of God on this stream. How are the shelves going to be empty when the government takes all of our money? I know, I'm torn on this because we just got a message. What game is this? This is Helldivers 2. We just got a message that our state is talking about raising taxes by approximately $70 or $80 a month. Thad, good morning. Hello, hi. And like, on one hand, I get that the raised taxes are going to be for, they're going to be for the library, which is an absolutely essential thing for our community. So I don't mind paying a little bit more so that we can have the library open. I do want people to be able to access the library and all the free things it gives us, but at the same time, I don't want to pay $70 or $80 more a month in taxes, you know? Like, I want those services available, but I don't want to pay for them. So I'm torn on whether or not I'm going to vote for the tax hike or not, just because that's a lot of money, and everyone knows once it goes up, it doesn't come back down, right? That's the big problem, is that, okay, we vote for us to pay $70 more a month in taxes to keep the library open, and then they're just going to raise our taxes again anyways. So, like, where does it end? Do you like bees? I love bees. I've actually honestly been considering changing my lawn to accommodate bees. There's a lot of people talking about like no-mow lawns that you grow like natural pollinators for bees and such so that they can thrive. And I've been thinking a lot about doing a natural pollinator lawn, one that you don't mow, one that just has a bunch of stuff for the bees. So I kind of really want to do a natural lawn like that.
Requesting fortification.
Can't get your fruity pebbles. Fruity Pebbles are the best. I do like Fruity Pebbles, but to be honest, as you can tell by the way I look, I've been losing weight, but I've struggled with my weight, and sugar is a big cause of that struggle, so I have cut out almost all sugar in my life, which includes, unfortunately, basically every breakfast cereal in the world is pure sugar, so I have to avoid them now. I do miss those, though. I do miss the good cereals. They're really good. But I've lost 160 pounds, give or take. So, I mean, you know, it's working. It's working. Telling the city I have a no-grow lawn, my banda this summer. I don't have to drive there 2 months to mow. Yeah, I like the idea of no-mow lawns. I think it's a really great idea, and I think we should bring it back. Because, like, the whole, as far as I know, history lesson time, the whole reason we have lawns, like, the whole green lawn thing was from the old rich people who would basically show off the idea of like, look, I'm so rich, I don't need to grow things on my land, so I can afford to have a green lawn. So all it is a trophy showing off how rich you are. It doesn't actually benefit the world. James Metcalf, welcome in. Hello. So I would rather, instead of trying to brag about how much land I have and how rich I am, I'd rather have a useful lawn that's actually helping people rather than just having a lawn that sits there and does nothing, you know? We're learning, I'm subbed. Thank you. It's a holdover from the old days, and I'm not here for it. I don't believe it anymore. Congratulations on your weight loss. I'm impressed by your sugar, cutting the sugar. Thank you for the subs, everyone. I appreciate that. It was really hard. Giving up sugar is very hard because you realize that it is in absolutely everything has way too much sugar. I'm in the state of Oregon.
Activating jump pack.
Also, state of anxiety, if that counts as an answer. That's really wise. Thanks for the information. I see that God has blessed you with some cool knowledge. God has blessed me so very much. So very, very much. It's very... We've been talking a lot about this, actually, because there's a... I'm playing Helldivers, honestly. Or obviously. Sorry, not honestly. I'm playing Helldivers, and there is a Helldivers cosplay that I really, really want to get. That's really cool, but it's $3,000 for the cosplay. It's like, how do you justify spending $3,000 on a cosplay when, like everyone's saying in the chat right now, they're struggling to afford groceries, they're struggling with all the tariffs and all that. Like, how could I possibly justify spending $3,000 on what's essentially a toy for myself when there are people literally starving, right? Like, it's frustrating, but at the same time, that's another one of those things. God has blessed me with patience, and I understand that even though I want it, I don't need it right now, and I would rather take that money and give it to people in need rather than spend it for $3,000 for a cosplay. I'm from the state of Oregon, G-Biker. It's not hard. Gotta ask how bad documents... I'm not sure I understand, Red Peppa. I see something shooting at me. I don't see from where, though. Says that line, please, Leah, but I would love your perspective. How do you feel about God possibly being an alien? Is that a possibility? So, aliens and God is a really interesting conversation. If you want, like, a really in-depth answer, there is a person named Troy Aikman, who does what he calls... No, Jimmy Aiken. It's Jimmy Aiken. He does what he calls Wild World, and he answers really, really off-the-wall questions about God, like werewolves and vampires and really off-the-wall things like that. It's really cool. So if you want in-depth answers, Jimmy Aiken does a really cool series about it. But do I think God is an alien? Not quite. God is all and everything, right? God is beyond what humans are, but that doesn't mean that he hasn't visited alien worlds, alien to us. It doesn't mean that Jesus hasn't visited those other aliens as well. So could aliens know of God? Definitely. Could Jesus have visited those other places? Absolutely possible. But to us, Jesus is human. To us, God is human because that's what we are. But we don't know. There could be aliens out there, and God could definitely be involved with those as well. So calling him an alien, I wouldn't think would be absolutely correct, because he would be beyond that, right? He would be the alien to us, not necessarily an alien, because he is everything, right? So he'd be alien to us potentially, but not an alien actually, as he is something beyond there. Do you believe in God and aliens? I do believe in God. Aliens, I'm like 50-50 on aliens. So before I was Catholic, before I was Christian, I was a Satanist. I was deep into Satanism. And a big part of that was we ran a paranormal podcast, and we would go searching for ghosts and aliens and all those sort of things. So I definitely believed in those things. Now I'm not so sure, but like the universe is absolutely massive, right? Like, and to me, it doesn't make sense to have all this huge amount of space and nothing in it, right? Like, God created the entirety of the vastness of everything. There's got to be a reason for it, right? Like, why would God create millions and millions of planets and millions of other things just for it to be empty and have nothing out there, right? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. But, you know, God knows way more than me. So could he have? Definitely. Would he? I don't know. Like, why would you create billions of stars for nothing. Like I can't think of a good reason for that, but also like I don't have the wisdom of God, right? So maybe there's something I'm not seeing or something I don't quite understand, but I will once we make it to heaven, right? So who knows? Is MrBeast a bad person? You know, I don't know MrBeast personally, and I don't follow MrBeast, so it's hard for me to have an opinion on it. But from all the things I've heard, I would venture to guess that no, he's not a good person. That's a guess based off what I've heard about him. But like I said, I've never actually watched MrBeast, so I don't know him personally, so it's really hard for me to say for sure one way or another. You make me miss my mother-in-law. We used to have these conversations for hours. I wish that woman had some sense and call her daughter. Parents can definitely be trying. He's in the gray right now. I've definitely heard some bad things about him, that he runs his games in such a way that they're rigged and harmful to people, that he denied people like diabetics their medication. But you know, whenever people are accusing of things, you know, we try and give the benefit of doubt. You're innocent until proven guilty. Brain torn out, welcome in. There's either two options in the world: either we're alone or we're not, and both are terrifying. I like that quote. So I don't know. I try to give him the benefit of the doubt, but I can also see someone being that rich and egotistical doing bad things for money or for fame or things like that. So like if it turns out to be true, I'm just gonna be like, yeah, that makes total sense. Like, money corrupts. We know this, right? So like, someone with that much money doing something bad, like, is that unheard of? Absolutely not. Like, of course. Just his team is sketchy. I don't think anyone's been charged. Yeah, it's hard to say. So I try and stay neutral because I don't want to make accusations. And if he's innocent, then he's innocent, right? Like, I don't know. So there's a lot of things. One of the things, as we mature and as we grow, I think one of the most important things we as adults can learn how to say is, I don't know. It is completely valid and acceptable to say we simply don't know, rather than trying to have an answer for everything. Like, I don't know when it comes to MrBeast, so you just make things make too much sense. Thank you. I am not afraid to admit that I don't know.
Calling down fortifications.
Come on. Blow up. Alright, let's take this thing out. And this thing. Blow it up. Feel free to not read this out loud. I find it funny that MrBeast mocks trans people, then became one. I don't know anything about MrBeast. Ozox, thank you for hanging out. Goodbye. In your state, is weed legal? Yes, Oregon is one of the states that has the legal cannabis laws. I think the most fun answer to space being empty came from Dead Space. It's empty now, but it wasn't before. Dex! Hello, Dex! But the whole trans topic is a very, very difficult topic to approach, because it is usually charged with so much emotion and people lose their jobs and everything else over it. So I try to avoid that conversation in general, because I'm not looking to lose my job or endanger my family or anything of that nature. So it's a very difficult topic to broach. Lucky citizens. You know, it's tough, because I see how much good that can help people, especially people who have anxiety, people who have pain, like how much good can come from it. But also, like anything else, you can see how much damage it can do to people who lose themselves in it, people who don't have any concern over their life, because anytime things get hard or anytime things get bad, they just immediately lose themselves in it and don't do anything to better their station. So like, I've seen it help people, so I don't deny that it's very helpful to some people, but I've also watched people throw their lives away because they would rather just abuse the legal cannabis than deal with their situation or in the things that they should be in therapy for. So like, it's bittersweet. It's like anything in the world, right? It's like anything. Too much of it can be a bad thing. Too little of it can be a bad thing. It requires moderation, and people are very, 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 very bad about moderation. Are you in the stock market at all? Sort of. Like, I occasionally invest in stocks. Like, I'll put $5 or $10 into stocks here and there. But like, I'm not deeply in stock trading, but I do have a pretty healthy retirement. And the retirement is in the stock market. Good morning, Bubble. Good morning. So, I have someone who handles that. I have a financial consultant who handles my retirement and handles all the stock market things like that. So, but I don't personally play around with it or know it. Excuse me. But thanks to retirement and stock market, I have the house that I'm in now. So it's one of those things where, like, again, we talk about being blessed. Like, it was hard. I spent most of my early 20s, rather than going out and partying with people or drinking or doing that, I was just saving money in retirement. But it ended up allowing me to buy a house. And I know most people do not have houses right now. I know people struggle with it and want it. So hashtag blessed, right? You're going to school for finances? That sounds fun. Like Wolf of Wall Street, or like just accounting? I know people talk about accounting being boring, but like, it's solid. Being a tax prepper or an accountant, things like that, all very solid careers. Oh, he's still got his turret on him. Let's take this guy down. And this guy. Love numbers. I'm a fan. Oh, that's way too close to me. Danger close, danger close. I enjoy numbers too, but I'll tell you, I used to do spreadsheets for a living, and let me tell you, sitting in a spreadsheet for 10 hours a day makes your brain go numb. Like, it is soul crushing some days. Like, all right, it's day 53 of going into work and opening up the spreadsheet and making the numbers make sense. Like, that gets old so fast. I much prefer to have a little bit of variety in my work. Like, I do investigations. That was my favorite work I ever did, was investigations. I love piecing together the puzzles, trying to figure out the mystery. So that's my favorite thing, is solving mysteries. India, you have a 5-floor house with 11 rooms, so I earn rent and money for nothing. Man, I do. There are days that I wish that I got into like the real estating agent stuff, so that, you know, the passive income, be able to earn the money off of nothing and be able to go travel or do things would be so nice, right? Like, my main thing I love is photography. I would love to have enough money and income and free time that I could just travel the world and go take pictures in Japan and Scotland and India, Egypt, just go all around and be like a travel. I hate to use the term, but travel influencer. Like, if I could be a travel influencer, like, I'd take it in a heartbeat to go enjoy those things, right? I don't save money. I have, is that Genetron wealth? Is that generational wealth? No generational wealth here. My parents didn't even pay for college. I did it all myself, but, you know, it was worth it. I know there's a lot of people, like, if my parents had paid for my college, I am confident that as a stupid, dumb, edgy 19-year-old, I would not have paid attention. I would have squandered that education. So, you know, I'm glad that I waited until I was a little bit older and I could afford to go myself and earn it and actually, like, care about it. You're gambling your way through college, investing multiple ways. I'm up 6K on the NBA playoffs this week alone. Have a healthy account stashed. As long as you recognize that it is truly gambling. There are some people who lose the plot on gambling and think that sports betting is investing. It is still gambling at the end of the day, right? Like there is still a chance to lose it all on one bad bet. So as long as you recognize it's still gambling and don't start treating it like a retirement. Had to go to community school at 30. Nothing wrong with community school. I feel like maybe this is conspiracy-ish, maybe this is not, but I feel like colleges put a lot of money into making people think that community college is somehow bad or inferior or there's something wrong with it. Like my degree came from a online college that has zero prestige. Like no one's heard of my online college. So, but does it mean anything? No, like I checked the box that says I have a degree. Not a single person has ever actually checked my grades or my transcripts or like, oh, I've never heard of that school. Is it real? There's like, yep, you have the degree required. You can have the job. Like, all that matters is getting the piece of paper. Where it comes from, like maybe if you're a lawyer or something, like your pedigree or your degree will matter. But for most jobs, I don't feel like having a prestigious degree will actually make that big of an impact on the job itself. You have a history honors degree. That's kind of cool. My community school is nicer than some of the main campuses here in Cleveland, Ohio.
Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
I don't even know where my piece of paper is anymore. Me neither. Like, I wasn't gonna hang my degree on the wall. like I said, it's from a pretty unknown institution, so it's not like a point of pride that I hang on the wall. So I lost my degree. It's somewhere. It's in my house, I think. But like I don't use it. I don't need it. It's just a piece of paper. Like it doesn't make me better than anyone. It certainly doesn't make me smarter than anyone. All it says is that I paid the amount of money required and spent the amount of time required to have the pleasure and dignity of having said piece of paper, right? Like it doesn't actually mean anything. You know, all of our country's history and many more. Well, the history of the United States is it's not good. It's fascinating, but I wouldn't call it good. All right, another mission done. We have saved Super Earth. I'm not gonna let you downplay yourself. I appreciate that. I'm just trying to keep it honest and real, right? Like let me put it to you this way. I earned my bachelor's degree in 6 months. That should tell you about the level of prestige that the college had. Some of it was, yes, I was definitely putting a lot of dedication into studying and learning, but 6 months is way too fast to earn a degree. I paid off my college, so now I'm actively trying to repeat the memories or repress the memories of college. Come on, Dex, don't you wanna live in a dorm? I could see like a sitcom of Dex hanging out in a dorm with his 19-year-old roommate. What are we playing? Just a guy. Hello, welcome in. We are playing Helldivers 2 today. We are prepping for on the 8th of May. We're gonna get a big announcement. They're gonna be announcing the next invasion of the enemies. So we're gonna get a big patch with new enemies, and we're gonna get a new war bond. So I'm just sharpening up my skills for when the big announcements come. Very, very excited for the big announcements. Oh, let's see. Let's grab an auto cannon sentry, I think. There we go. It just means you're smart enough to beat the system. Thank you, Maddie. I appreciate that. USA has a very short history. Oh, definitely, without a doubt. There's like I'm pretty sure there's people from somewhere like in England who say that they have bars older than the United States, right? Like there's some buildings across the world that are older than the entirety of the United States. So our history is just a blip on the map. And when you consider like the age of the universe, the age of all the animals and trees and the expanded universe, like human history is just a blip on the radar when you put it into the context of the millions and millions, billions and billions of years. Don't downplay it. You earn that. No one can take it ever. I hope no one can take it. I just literally, I just had that dream again. I know y'all had this dream, like the dream you're back in high school and for some reason, like you're missing your classes or something. Like, I don't think that dream ever leaves you. The we're still in high school dream. I don't want to go back to college. I don't want to go back. If I did, actually, I take that back. If I did go back to college, I would want to earn a master's in theology, but it wouldn't be like something that I would probably go get a job in. It would just be for the excitement of learning my faith better. So I would go back to college for a master's in theology, but if I don't plan on working a job with said master's of theology, do I really need to earn a master's degree in it? You know, like paying all that money for something I don't plan on using. Why am I having that dream at 34? There are certain dreams you will always have. I am confident the I'm still in high school dream is one that everyone still has. Another one I think that a lot of people have that's like, why am I still having this dream? If you worked like a first job, like I still occasionally have that dream where it's like, hey, this is your first job ever calling you, and you haven't showed up to work in 20 years. Where are you? You're 20 years late. I don't know why, but that dream still haunts me occasionally too, where it's like you have to go back to work at that grocery store and bag groceries again after 20 years because you never actually quit. I don't know where that comes from. Because, like, the whole premise is ridiculous, too, right? Like, could you imagine your old boss being like, well, you know, you didn't show up for 20 years, but we let you still have your job, but now we're sick of it, so we're finally making you come in to work a shift because you're 20 years late. Like, I don't know a job that would hold your place for a month, let alone 20 years. All right, we got a lot going on here. Let's go over here. Exactly. Let's oh, okay, this is bad. This is real bad. We've got a jammer, so we have no stratagems. We have call-in behind us, and we've got a team of tanks walking this way. We're in the thick of it, as the kids say. At that point, just retire. All right, it's time to make a play. We're gonna do something really cool here. Maybe this is either gonna be really cool, or we're gonna die trying. Oh well, someone already solved the problem for us, so I guess we don't get to do that really cool thing that I was totally gonna do. Oh, we're getting ragdolled. Oh, this is bad. Oh, this is really bad. Okay, let's see if we can do this. Come on, faster. Faster. Nope. Oh, we tried. We're getting slaughtered down here. You can do it. You're the last one alive. What's your opinion on China? You know, it's really hard to have an opinion on China in the United States because, as I said, you know, I'm not afraid to admit that I don't know things, right? We're not afraid to admit when we don't know things here. So China has been one of those things that there's like so much propaganda about China that it's hard to tell what's real and what's not real when it comes to them. So it's hard for me to have an opinion because I don't know what I actually know about China and what's just propaganda from the United States about China, right? So, you know, it's hard to have a full-formed opinion. There's definitely some things that I've heard about that I definitely disagree with, like their persecution of Christianity in some areas and putting some people of some faiths apparently in certain prisons. I've heard that happens, and if that's absolutely true, then obviously that is a terrible thing that we should not be encouraging. But how much of it is propaganda, I don't know. That's the thing. Like, I think a lot of people forget is we're not immune to propaganda, right? Like, every person in some way is influenced by propaganda. So what do I know that's actually real and what's actually just propaganda? I don't know. Oh, I missed by a few seconds on that. All right, we're in trouble here. We're in some real trouble. Without any of my abilities, we have no stims. Hey, leave my turret alone, bro. Bro. My turret. All right. We might be, well, I was going to say we're back in this, but maybe not. Maybe we can go up here. China is a fantastic trailblazer in the WWE women's division. First women to win the Intercontinental Championship. That's really cool. Dude, there's so many explosions. Okay, I got an idea. Oh, well, so much for that idea. You know, because all we learn about China here in the United States is people talking about, like, sweat camps and forced labor camps and children working in horrible conditions and people in horrible conditions. So is some of that true? Probably. Do I know for a fact? No. Is it better in America? Well, not always. So it's really hard to have an opinion. Oh, well, the game just decided to crash. That's not good. Bummer. I think we could have won that mission, but I guess they decided no instead. Play Call of Duty. I do not even have Call of Duty installed on my computer, unfortunately. Don't forget communism. So that one's really tough for me. So the Catholic Church officially denounces communism and states that communism is this great evil. And again, it's one of those things of like, is it, or is there just a lot of propaganda? I don't know. Because, like, okay, I don't disagree that there's some bad parts of communism, but you can't say that capitalism is much better with how it's going in the United States right now, right? So, like, all right, the game does not want to relaunch, so I'm trying to get back in, but it doesn't want to cooperate just yet, so bear with me a quick second. Forgot to take my medication this morning, so we'll take a quick break to take those meds. All right, now let's see if we can get it to launch. Come on. The people are waiting. I'm going to be that guy. Be that guy for me, Dex. All right. The computer is saying no more Helldivers today. It's not working at all. So let me go into Control Delete here and see See if we can force close it, maybe. Maybe it will launch if I can force close. Maybe it's somewhere in here. Okay. We force closed it. Let's see if it works. Go to S1WA. Welcome in. Okay, that worked. We just had to brutally destroy it with Windows. Task Defender. Communism isn't a bad idea, but it corrupts all forms of wealth distribution due with government interference. That's the thing. Like, yeah, there's definitely some bad parts of communism, but I can't say that there's not some bad parts of capitalism. But I do submit to the church. So if the church says that communism is evil, then I have to assume that the Catholic Church knows what it's talking about and knows better than me. And so I will submit to them in saying, okay, we will not praise communism because they must know more than me. I mean, they've been around for 2,000 years. I've been around for 33 years. Chances are they know what they're talking about, and chances are I don't know what I'm talking about. So we will just we listen. We listen when we don't know, right? And my country, communist, is real. All right, let's see if we can actually reconnect. That'll be really cool if we can actually reconnect to this match. I also got, next we're going to play, please play Call of Duty. I don't have Call of Duty installed currently, but if they, excuse me, if they, I don't like playing regular Call of Duty, just like the 6 versus 6 deathmatch, that sort of thing. I don't really enjoy that. But if they do like update the Battle Royale mode, I do enjoy Battle Royales. I do enjoy like their infiltration mode where like you go in, you're fighting the bots, you're trying to collect stuff, and you're trying to extract out. I do super enjoy that. But that was on the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 engine from 2019. So when the next whatever Modern Warfare comes out and they update those engines, if the Battle Royale and Extraction, if they update those, I will definitely play Call of Duty again for that because I super enjoy Battle Royales and Extraction shooters. So I will play Call of Duty again at some point, but the next game we're playing, Days Gone for PC, just launched their Enhanced Edition, which came with enhanced photo mode. And as y'all know, as I've talked about, I'm a photographer. I love me some photography. So we will be playing that next most likely, as I want to enjoy that, as well as Days Gone is set in my state. So it's really cool to ride a motorcycle around and explore your own state in a video game. So we'll probably be playing the Days Gone Enhanced Edition next so that we can enjoy those things. So that's probably the next game on the list, unless... Actually, I take that back. Doom Dark Ages comes out in 2 weeks, right? So we'll probably be playing Doom as soon as that comes out. Are you gonna get the photography game on the Switch? I saw a photography game, so probably. I don't remember what it's called, but I do enjoy a good photography game. I guess while we're waiting for this to load, y'all can help me choose. All right. So the state fair is coming up. And every year I enter the state fair and try and win the photography contest. And every year I lose the photography contest. This year I want to win, so I'm going to show you all some photos. And I want you to tell me which which photos I should enter. I can only enter 2 photos into the state fair. So you have to select the best 2. You ready? Let's show off some photos. Photo number 1. I can get it all on the screen here. It's being a pain. Here we go. Photo number 1. I'm not going to mention the new Pokemon Snap game being a photography game you totally should have beaten. It was boring, Dex. It committed the cardinal sin of gaming that it was boring. I really like this photo. It's one that I personally think I should submit. It's got like a lot of interesting visual storytelling going on in it. You've got the lady taking the selfie. You've got the pink axolotl front and center. There's just a lot going on in this photo. So this is one that I think I should submit, but there's a lot of photos. So that's photo number 1. Photo number 2. Bird. I like this one a lot. He's cool. He's big. He's a bird. What else are you gonna do? So, bird. That's number 2. A lot of people are saying this one. Excuse me. This cat I should submit because his eyes are just absolutely striking and stunning. So I agree. I do like this cat a lot, but I don't know if it's like, I don't know if it's a winner, right? Like, I don't know if that's like a state photo contest winner. It's a good photo, but is it a winner? And I just don't know if it's actually a winner. So we got that one. This one's my personal favorite. The mushroom with the silly little face. I absolutely love this one. This one is slightly edited. The mushroom actually has black dots where the black dots are. I used editing just to make the black dots stand out a little bit more. So I like this one a whole lot. But so far, not a lot of people have said that this is a winner. The kitty is a winner. You think the kitten is a winner? I mean, it is a bunch of old people who are judging the photo contest. So maybe the kitten is the winner. Everyone loves kittens, right? That's a pretty universal thing, right? So I do like the mushroom. Let's see. What other ones do I have here? This one, everyone loves this photo. I personally don't. But this is the one that so many people have said that I should submit this one. The moody photo of the blue heron on the edge of a lake. And I don't know, maybe it's just like the water is so boring. Like, to me, 90% of this photo is boring. All right, G-Biker, thanks for hanging out with us. Have a good night. We'll see you next time. I'll be streaming again on Wednesday. So, yeah, we've got this heron. Everyone says I should submit this one. I don't know about this one. Like, I personally think it's boring. It's a good photo, but I personally think it's boring. So I don't know if that one's a winner or not. Let's see. What else do I have to submit? Here's kitty number 2. A little orange kitten. He's got kind of the opalescent eyes too, but they're a little less A little less striking on this dude, but he's still adorable. Very adorable little kitten. We just got a cat trap, so hopefully we're going to be able to trap these dudes today and get them to nice, loving homes where they can thrive and prosper. But there's kitten number 2. Let's see. This one is not a great photo, but again, it's like storytelling. I like this photo a whole lot. It was our cat hiding in the Christmas tree. But I think it's just because it's my cat, so maybe I'm biased, right? Maybe I'm biased because it's my own cat that I think that's a good one. I will enjoy my legal state. Thank you, G-Biker. I like this photo a whole lot. His green eyes, you can see all the ornaments. Like, to me, it just tells a good story. So I like that photo a lot. Hello. I can't read your name, but you've got a minion photo, so hello, minion. Do y'all want to see a scary picture? So let me tell you a little bit of story. This is not one that I'm going to submit, but so I got a camera. It is a old Sony camera because I like old cameras as much as I like new cameras. So Emmy has this really creepy clown doll. And I was playing with the camera that has night vision on it to take this photo. Pratik, welcome back. Oh, Minion, you're from Japan? That's cool. I'm doing very good. We're going through photos right now to see which ones I should enter into the state contest. So I took this photo with a night vision camera. So it's got like that creepy like green tint to it. So I was playing with ChatGPT just for fun. And I told ChatGPT, can you take this creepy image and can you make it look like it's something out of a horror movie? Can you like make the clown more horrific? And this is what it gave me. You ready? It will jump scare you. It's gonna like, look at how good it did. It kept like the night vision. It kept the stringy hair. It kept like the base model, and it did so good making the clown creepy. I love it. This is my new very creepy doll photo. You're very cool. Thank you. I appreciate that. You all are so nice to me today. So this is my creepy horror photo. I even had the like, okay, can we take it a step further? I personally like this. I know not everyone does, but so I edited it a little bit more to put like the camcorder, like we see in like horror movies when they do like the old shaky camcorder thing. You have like the different text that makes it look like that it's coming. It's got like the scan lines. So I thought this was a really cool effect to add the camcorder on top of it. So it feels like Outcast. Yeah, I could see that. Outlast. Yeah, Outlast. That game was super scary game. More than I can submit. Now, some of these are going to say ChatGPT on them. They are not actually ChatGPT. They are photos. I just use ChatGPT to help me to edit a few of the things on them. So these are real images, I promise. This tiger photo, I really like. I used ChatGPT to help me remove fence from the foreground because there was a very distracting fence. I feel like this tiger could probably be a pretty good photo. The problem is, like I said, I did use ChatGPT to edit this photo. So like, I always worry like, this is the photo, but like how much did it actually change? And like, did it change enough that it's no longer my photo? That is a concern I have. But I love the tiger. And I did take the photo. Like I saw the tiger. I took the photo of the tiger. I put the tiger into the program and said, remove the fence. Imagine submitting a picture that says ChatGPT. I will fix that when and if I submit these. Like there's some like this one obviously, like again, This is a photo that I took, but ChatGPT changed basically every aspect of the photo. So like this is not one that I would submit. I love the effect. There was a giant wreath that the state put up, so I was like, okay, that wreath is really cool, and it looks like a portal to Christmas Land. So let me edit in the photo to Christmas Land. That was really cool. I love that. But in this case, like it changed so much of the photo. That's no longer my photo. It used my photo's inspiration, but this is not my photo. So this is not one that I could submit, nor would I. But they do specifically, like the state specifically has a section for digitally altered photos. So there is a section for digitally altered photos that are legal. I'm not trying to slip one past the state. I'm not trying to say I'm entering ChatGPT images into the state. Trust me, I'm trying to be very honest, and I'm trying to win. So here's another one that I used ChatGPT just to sharpen the image up a little bit more. This is one that I think could win the black and white contest very, very well. Do you believe in God? Yes, we believe in God in this stream. I am Catholic. I do Catholic streams. I've plenty of videos on my channel if you're interested about God, about different aspects of God, and answering some questions of God. So there is some of that content on my channel as well. We also play games. We were playing Helldivers. It crashed, so now I'm just talking about some photos that I want to submit. This one I think could definitely be a winner. I think that's it for what I have to submit. I don't think I have anything else that I can... Actually, I got this one. We have otters. River otters playing, very cute. Again, it's cute, but I don't think this one's a winner. Like I just, it's not interesting enough. Will you try to sacrifice your comforts for God? I definitely will. I will try. You know, I definitely try. I'm a big believer in fasting. We talk a lot about fasting and giving up that comfort of food. I've given up meat. There's a lot of different things, but there's always more to do. So there's some river otters, very cute. Any other? Oh, okay. This one. Have you seen the Bee movie? I enjoy the Bee movie. This photo. I love this photo. It's got just the right amount of moodiness. The problem is it's just a gas station, right? Like who's going to vote for a gas station to win the state photo contest, right? Are you willing to let go of video games just for God? That is a conversation I have had many a times on whether or not giving up gaming for God is a good thing or not. But there's a lot of groups who have a lot of different opinions and a lot of discussion in that realm. In fact, I'm a part of Catholic Game Reviews, who reviews games for Catholics specifically, who make reviews for people to make educated decisions on whether or not games are for them or for their children. So I don't believe video games as a whole, as a monolith, are displeasing to God, but there certainly are some games that are, or people who spend too much time playing games, or other things that can be a disorder with it. But as a whole, I don't see it as a problem. I recommend to fast your entire life if you truly want to follow God. I try and do fast. I try and do 2 fasts, 3 fasts a week. I definitely try and do that. It also helps me to lose weight, but I try and offer those up to God. Definitely. There's other fasts, of course, from meat, from social media, from technology, those sort of things are also very good to do. So I love this photo. I just don't think it's a state. I just don't think this is a state fair winner. I just don't think anyone's going to vote for a gas station to win the state fair, right? Like it's a technically good photo, but it's not an interesting photo. And that's the problem, I think. I don't think people are going to vote for that one. Oh, geez. I think... For some people keep saying this one. I've asked quite a few people, and like 3 or 4 different people said that this would be a state fair winning. I don't know. Like I again, it's an interesting photo, but I just don't see it as one that I think people are actually going to say is like, it tells a story. Like this is like the American summer night vibes, right? It's got good storytelling. I do think it's interesting. I just don't think trash cans and a beat up market is going to win the state fair. And I want to win the state fair this year. So people keep saying I should submit this one. I just don't know that this is a good enough photo to win the state fair. Talking about another digitally altered one, I personally find this one stunning. It is a digitally altered photo, so everything about this photo is real. But because I don't like to put people's faces in my photos, especially if I'm going to enter it into the state fair. I don't want to plaster someone's photo without their permission. So I did use digital alterations to put the bride and groom into this photo. But everything else about this photo is real. The bridge is real. The lights are real. The location is real. But I did digitally alter the family in there. And again, there is a digital alteration place to put your photo. So again, if I enter this photo, I will put it in the proper category for digitally altered photos. I won't pass it off as just a purely photo. But I do love this photo. I love the atmosphere. I love the storytelling. I love the lighting, the moodiness. I love all of it. The devil is an accuser and a liar. Don't mind him. I think it's a fair question to to bring up fasting and video games and things like that. There's no harm in having the discussion. There can be no exceptions. If you truly want to follow God, I would only drink bland water for my entire life if I truly want to fast for God. Now, see, that's where it gets into, if you only drink water, you are going to pass away. The human body needs more than just water. So no, if someone said that they were only going to drink water for the rest of their life for God, I would put that into the realm of a disorder. You are effectively destroying the gift of your body that God has given you, and that is not pleasing to God. But this is a good photo I like. But again, it's digitally altered, so it would have to go in the digitally altered one. Here's that same cat photo, but I zoomed it in a little bit more to just like accentuate the eyes. Because again, his eyes are something incredible. So I don't know, maybe this one's a better cat photo to put forward. What do you think? Maybe this one? I know y'all said the kitty photo is a winner, so should I do but which one, Bubble? The zoomed in one like this on its eyes, or the one that gives its full face? Which kitty photo is better? I do like this one. You can see like each individual fiber of his fur. You can see the striking eyes. But I think the zoomed out one honestly is a little bit better. Even though his fur is a little bit softer here, I think it's a better framed photo. It's a little bit, you got like this foreground grass. It's a little bit more interesting. I think this one's probably better. How about I say I will not eat unhealthy food if I want to fast in for God? That's okay. That's definitely giving up things like sugar, processed foods, all those sort of things. But remember that the whole kitty head. So are you saying this one, Dex? Or are you saying the zoomed in one? That many sins in life can be disordered thinking. That if we go too far to the extreme, it can also be very, very displeasing. So there is a balance, and we don't want to move into like the mental illness territory. there are people who have died from drinking only water. This one's better. See, that's the problem. You got Bubbles saying the other one. You've got Dex saying this one. How do I know which one to submit? This one I like. I don't think this is a winner, but when we went to tea, there was this very cute tea time bunny. It was a Beatrix Potter based tea. I thought this is interesting. Again, you've got the scone or lemon wedge in the foreground. You've got this beautiful dollop of buttercream. You've got the bunny. Like, I feel like this is a very interesting photo, and I think it's a technically good photo, but I don't know that it is a winning photo, you know? So it's one that I want to submit, but if I can only submit 2 photos and I really want to win, I just don't think that this one is going to be the winner. I honestly think it's going to be the bird and the cat. I think those are I think those are going to be the winners. I truly think if I want to stand a chance at winning, those are the 2 that I have to submit. I try to spread the gospel through these live streams. I definitely appreciate that. I can appreciate that's what I try and do through my actions, through my life, through connections. You know, everything we do should be a prayer to God, right? Every action that I take should lead people towards God, right? So yes, we're talking about photography, but to me, my photography is the greatest prayer I can offer to God, because God was the first artist, right? God created. So when I pick up the camera, I am trying to create. That is the thing that brings me the closest to God, is photography, because in that action, I am trying to be like God. I am trying to emulate that creation. Granted, I cannot create something as great as God's creation, but to me, photography, art in general, is the closest we can be to God, is trying to be like God through the creation of something. So photography to me is a form of prayer, in the same way that my actions here, again, trying to lead people to God, having a good conversation, all these things are actions that try and lead towards God, which is good. What is Super Earth? So it says it says Super Earth because we were playing Helldivers. Helldivers crashed and then it wouldn't let me back in, so we swapped to talking about some of the photos I have, because I have to enter some photos here soon into a photo contest, and I'm trying to decide which photos are the best for the photo contest. So it still says Super Earth because we were playing Helldivers, but then now we're here. Super Earth is I'm pretty sure there is a distant planet that they called Super Earth. I remember seeing a article about a Super Earth, so I'm pretty sure there is a Super Earth out there floating around somewhere. This photo, I like this. I like squirrels. I'm a huge fan of squirrels. So every year I enter a squirrel photo. Every year the squirrel photos lose. So I probably won't enter this one, but I do enjoy his cute little pose. I enjoy him in the sun. I think the highlights are too blown out. It was way too sunny of a day, so I don't think this is a winning photo. But he is cute. A very, very cute squirrel. I love me some squirrels. And I think that's it for photos. I think that's all the photos. I have to choose 2 of those photos to enter. Wait, actually, I take it back. There's one more. This one I'm going to enter. I don't think I am going to win with this one, just because I know that it's going to be controversial. But is that the right photo? No, this one. 1 second. Maybe this. No, that was the first one. This one. I think this is going to be a good photo to enter. Again, I think that might be a little too controversial to win the state fair. But when we were up at the Grotto in Portland, Oregon, this statue, and it was nighttime, so it was a very hard picture to get, but I really enjoy this one. I think it's a great photo, so I might enter this one. Again, I don't know if it'll be a winner or not, but this one's going to be entered, and I guess we will see. So I've got that one to enter. I also have, again, it's, as far as like, I know people enjoy their moody photos. So like this one, spiderweb catching all the droplets. I think it's a technically good photo. I just don't know that it's actually like interesting enough to win the photo contest, but I do like this photo a whole lot. But again, I'm out to win, and I don't think this is one that would actually win the contest. So we can only submit 2 of these photos, and it sounds like everyone's in agreement. So I have to submit the kitty. So kitty is one. I don't know what the second one's going to be yet. Oh, I just messed up my mouse. Give me a second. I messed up the DPI on my mouse, and now it's super slow. Here we go. There we go. Okay. I think that is it for photos. I think I have shown all the photos that I am going to show off. Unless, I know I can't submit these ones, but as I talked about, I love doing photography in video games. If they let me submit video game photos, can I see the kitty? Yes, this is kitty photo number 1. This is the kitten that I saw out my window, and he stood still long enough for me to take a photo. So there is kitten number 1. Here is kitten number 2, a little orange dude with some striking eyes as well. And then photo number 3 is the same kitten, but with his eyes zoomed in. So you can get a lot more detail. Like you can see the individual like little padding on his nose. You can see the individual fibers of his fur and those eyes. Like you can just get lost in those eyes. So kitten 2.5, 3. So those are the photos. If they let me submit video game photos, I took this in Red Dead Redemption. I think this is a really excellent moody photo. But again, I'm pretty sure I don't think there's a category for video game photography. If there was a category for video game photography, I could absolutely crush that category. I've got that. I've got this one. It took me like an hour to set this photo up because you got like the interesting foregrounds. So I had to find like weeds to shoot a photo of Arthur Morgan through. You've got the lantern, the snow falling. Like there's so much going on. This one took me forever. So like I wish I could submit this photo somewhere. Again, I know that it's a video game, so it doesn't count as photography, but I wish there was like a screenshot competition or a video game photography competition or something like that. Cause I feel like this photo could win that. It's one of my favorites. I just have no place to actually put that photo. Like there's no contests for video game photography. So I have no place to show off that photo, sadly. Okay, last one. Last photo, I promise. When I was at a craft fair, somebody had a dice tower that was a Medusa head. And I saw that and I was like, I've got a fog machine. It would be really cool to poke the fog machine through the dice hole and have like fog coming out. Again, I love how I made this photo. I love the process of taking this photo. I love the process of putting this photo together. I just don't think that people will say that this is a winning photo, right? Like it was cool. It was a cool concept. I'm glad that I did it. I just don't think that's the photo that will win. Even though like it's got like some cool elements, I don't think it's cool enough to to actually win. Like this one's probably better with the mirroring on it. Like this one, I think could potentially win. It would probably do a whole lot better if I actually took the time to paint her. But I do think this one turned out very well with the reflection on it. Again, I just don't think it's a winning photo. I don't think people will be impressed enough by it to say, yes, that is the photo that wins the state fair. But it was a really hard photo to put together with the lighting to get a solid black background, because that's not edited. That is all tricks of the light to get a highlight on this glass to get a perfect reflection and then all black there. Like it took a while of playing with lighting to get this photo, but again, I just don't think it's impressive enough that anyone will care enough for me to win with that, you know? Like all right, some other random photos to show off. These aren't, well, they're photos, but these are digitally edited. So I'm going to finish these. I'm going to show you 3 more things, and then I'm going to go wash dishes. I took that same Medusa head, and I ran it through ChatGPT. You can see, like, it grabbed the elements, got the red eye, it's got the snakes, it's got the green. It did great with the fog, but you can see here where, like, it couldn't figure out what the face was supposed to be, so it put a dragon in there. It tried. It failed. Send you a cat. I mean, we're gonna trap the kittens, so you can have one if you want. I don't know how you send a kitty through the mail, but I will send you one of those kittens if you want one. So it tried. It tried its hardest, but it failed. This one has a little bit of story. So as I've been playing with digitally altering photos and AI and all that, where's the original? It does not have the original here. So I took a picture of a vulture. I took a picture of a vulture in black and white, and it looked very like death metal. And so I was like, okay, ChatGPT, take this death metal vulture and make it gothic. And this is what it did. And again, it did such a good job setting like a moody photo. And it took like the bird had very distinct gray feathers right here on the chest. You can see it still did that. It made its eyes very popping. Like, it's amazing what it can do when you throw a photo into it. But that's slop. It's not going anywhere. I can't submit that. I can't do anything with that one. But then I asked it to make an eldritch horror, and it does pretty good with like the eldritch horror theme. Yeah, I could see this being like in a creepypasta video. But again, not anything I can submit, nothing I can do with that. So final photo I can submit. Here is a cheetah that I saw. Again, it says ChatGPT at the top. All I did was I used the in painting. It had a orange collar on it, so I just removed the orange collar from the cheetah. But he has such a cute little face on him that I think this could also potentially, people love cats, right? So here is a very adorable cheetah, and I just used a little bit of AI to remove the vest off of him and fill in where he had like a little orange vest on his chest, because obviously I did not get this close to a cheetah, even though, fun fact, I'm pretty sure there is no recorded cheetah maulings. I'm pretty sure no person has ever actually been like attacked by a cheetah. I still probably wouldn't get this close to a cheetah. So he was, we paid some money to go on an expedition that let you take a cheetah for a walk. It was a very cool little expedition. It was really cool to take photos of him. And he sat like such a good, distinguished little gentleman. So this could be one I could submit also. Very, very cute face, very cute cheetah. There you have it. There's all the photos that I want to potentially submit to the state fair, and a bunch that I will not submit. Save your fear for horses. I stand by it. More people have been trampled by horses than they have been attacked by cheetahs. Like, that's a terrifying statistic. Horses are the most horrifying killing machines that walk the earth, and people just walk around them like nothing. Like they're, I don't want to say monsters because that's God's creature right there, but I am terrified of horses. That is absolutely true. So there you have it. There's all the photos I want to submit this year. I can only submit 2. I don't know what I'm going to submit. Here's a coyote. I saw a coyote in a field stalking some livestock. He was cute. Not a good photo though. Like his eye is out of the sun here. I don't think that one will win. But it was cool. It was cool to see a coyote. That was a very cool thing. You look stoned? I am not. So I do not know why I look like that. Could submit this one. I don't know. People like this one too because of the water blur effect. Like getting blurry water on a waterfall is not like really hard to get. Like it's just a little trick of the camera. So, but I just don't think this is an interesting photo. Maybe if I like crop down the top a little bit so all you saw was the rocks. Like it is a cool photo, but I don't think it's an interesting enough photo to win the state fair. And that, again, that is the goal. We want to win the state fair. So there we have it. I guess it's time for me to go wash some dishes and do some chores now. Reminds you of Skyrim somehow. We're past Skyrim bubble. Now we all talk about the Oblivion remaster. Everyone's forgotten about Skyrim. Now it's all about Oblivion. So it's time to move into the next century and talk about Oblivion memes. All right. So that is it for the stream today. I gotta go start getting ready for work and go do some chores. So thank you all for watching as always. Thank you for bearing with me as I talk about photos. You know I love to gush about photography. As always, let's end with our prayer. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. Lord, thank you for all that you do for us. Today we continue to pray for the Pope and the soul of the Pope, that he may enter into heaven, that his final wishes on earth be done. All that he worked for continues to circulate through the church and through all of us, that we continue to bring about the change that Pope Francis tried to bring on earth. We pray for all those who are sick, those people who have cancer, those people who have any sort of diseases, any sort of illness. Lord, help to comfort them. We pray for all the people who have food insecurity right now, all the people who are hungry, all the people who are worried about shelves being empty, all the people who are being able to afford less and less food as prices go up and up. Lord, help them. We pray for all the people who are teachers, all the people who are in school as graduation comes to us soon. Lord, help to guide those students to the next phase of their life. And finally, we pray for all the souls in purgatory, all the souls who've been forgotten, all the souls who have no one left to pray for them. Lord, help them. All this we pray in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. As always, I truly appreciate it. It was good to see you all. It is Monday, so go out and have a wonderful Monday as we all got to go start working. Or for all y'all in other parts of the world, your day's already over, so I guess have a good night. It was good to see you all. We will stream again on Wednesday, so I will see you then. Thank you and have a blessed day.